Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of Tel Aviv University to this excellent program on clinical trials and clinical research. We're holding this day in honor of the visit of Professor Marvin Zelen to Tel Aviv University. Before we actually begin with the program, I want to say just a few words of thanks. First, Professor Zelen is here as a guest of the Mortimer and Raymond Sackler Institute of Advanced Studies. He's here as a Sackler lecturer, and we're very grateful to the Sackler Institute for their support of his visit. I want to thank also the president of Tel Aviv University, Professor Yossi Klafter, and the vice president for research and development, Professor Udi Gazit, for their very generous support of this visit. I want to thank Dr. Mira Marcus Kalish, without whose effort and enthusiasm this visit would not have come to be. Finally, I want to thank our secretary, Ms. Sonia Hastei, whose efforts resulted in the excellent setting here and the refreshments that you had before you came in. If you didn't have them before you came in, you can get some during the break a little bit later on. For those of you in the far back, there are still some seats up in the front if you'd like. No one's taking the offer and moving. Okay. The last thing I want to mention, we are filming the conference today. So this will be recorded for posterity. It will be available on the Tel Aviv University website. And I believe, Jacques, you also told me it should be available through YouTube as well, correct? The last place I was at where lectures like this were filmed, I was advised that annoying things like cell phone conversations might get picked up for posterity. So if you don't want your cell phone conversations to show up on YouTube, I strongly encourage you to switch off your cell phones now. Okay. With that, I'd like to move into the scientific part of the program. It's a great delight to invite our opening speaker, Professor Marvin Zelen. Professor Zelen has so many distinctions and honors that I would use up all of his lecture time if I were to go through all of them. I want to mention just 4 that I think really stand out. 3 are distinctions that he himself has received. The Samuel S. Wilkes Award of the American Statistical Association. He has been the R.A. Fisher Lecturer at the Joint Statistical Meetings, one of the, actually I think the major lecture presented each year at the Joint Statistical Meetings. These are both awards from statistical organizations. Professor Zelen's career has included numerous contributions which have contributed to medical research. And those contributions have also been recognized by the American Cancer Society, which awarded him the Medal of Honor. The 4th award is not one that Marvin has received, but it's actually an award that's named after him. And this is the Marvin Zelen Leadership Award in Statistical Sciences. And I mention this primarily because I think it's so fitting that an award named for Marvin is the award for leadership in the statistical sciences. One of the areas in which Marvin has truly been outstanding and has stood out is in his leadership, and this is certainly evident in the way that his efforts have changed the way that clinical trials are conducted, administered, and managed in the United States and throughout the world. So it's my great pleasure to invite Professor Marvin Zelen to present our opening talk. Marvin? Before giving up the stage, Professor Abraham Nitzan of the Institute for Advanced Studies is abroad and unfortunately could not join us for this occasion. But the Institute has prepared a special framed plaque for Marvin to honor this lecture, and it's my pleasure to present this to you.
Thank you very much. We're here for posing.